When I think about being blessed, I think about things like hanging out with my five granddaughters, or enjoying retirement without worry, good health, having a home of my own, being able to celebrate 43 years of ordained ministry. I think about the community I'm blessed to live with. I think about friends that I share good food and good conversation with. I think about my children, now adults. So proud of them. They've grown up so well despite all my attempts to screw them up as a parent. I am truly blessed in so many ways. But then I come to Jesus talking about being blessed, particularly in the Beatitudes. And his version of blessing is very different than what I think of. He talks about the blessed being those who are depressed and burned out, those who are grieving, those who are meek, those who hunger for doing the right thing, for justice and peace, those who are merciful, those who are peacemakers, those who are innocent, maybe even naive, and those who are persecuted. It's not my list of being blessed by any means, but that's what we have. And if we look at where the Beatitudes show up, it is even more startling. It's in the Sermon on the Mount. And for Matthew, what he's trying to convince his fellow Jews about is that Jesus is the new Moses. And so that Sermon on the Mount reflects in so many ways Moses' trip up Sinai, where he gets the Ten Commandments. And so the Beatitudes function not, as I've always said, as descriptive, but perhaps prescriptive of Christian behavior. Maybe these are blessings that we should strive for, to emulate. A far cry from the picture of Jesus that is so prevalent today. We want a powerful Jesus. We want a Jesus that is imperial on the one hand and is out to turn the tables in the temple on the other. But what we get is a Jesus who talks about blessing in a strange, topsy-turvy way. The more I've pondered this, the more I realize, I think, what Jesus is driving at. Because it's in these times that we find ourselves truly blessed because of what they mean. Blessed are those who are depressed and burned out, because it means that they have cared. They have seen a world as it should be and not as it is. Blessed are those who grieve, because they have once loved. The level of grief is always equivalent to the level of love in that relationship with the one that we have lost. And if we are grieving, we have truly loved. Blessed are the meek, where they are willing to see the world differently, not as a power struggle, but to recognize the power of nonviolence. Blessed are those who hunger to do things right. That in and of itself is a blessing, to know and to strive. Blessed are the merciful, for they will realize the blessing of forgiveness. What a gift for us to give another, to forgive, to be merciful. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, maybe even a little naive or innocent, for they see a world oftentimes differently than the jaded world that so dominates so many of us, particularly at times like these. Blessed are the peacemakers, because they do the hard work of bringing together the polar opposites. In a world that is quick to polarize, the peacemaker's work is hard, but when it works, so rewarding, so blessing, not only to them, but to the world. And blessed are those who are persecuted, because it means they've tried, they've acted, they follow what they believe. They are the truth tellers, the prophets. Blessed are these folks, for they get to hang out with the good people, the people with live hearts and live hands that are making a difference in the world. And they are hanging out with Jesus, because this is indeed the Jesus of the Scriptures, the one who walks the walk and as well as talking the talk. He embodies all of these, all the way to the cross. And that is the one danger of being so blessed. It could cost us our very lives. But in the end, isn't it worth it? And so, in a world of curses, a world of power and hunger, Jesus offers us a better way. To walk the way of being blessed. And oh, what a gift that is.